Hello everyone, my name is Sahil. I'm a real estate consultant, and today I bring you a fresh perspective. Here I'll be covering something new and something different. So you can say it's an extension of a previous video where I was saying the relevance, the location, and where you're buying a property. Either it's a land, or either it's a plot, either it's agriculture or industrial land, or you're even buying a flat also. Whatever you're buying depends where it is and how well economically it is situated. So couple of months ago, not like around 8 or 10 months ago, there was a debate on a thing was going viral on social media where they were comparing Gurgaon Camellias, which was around 200 crore flat, a penthouse actually, with something in US. But the catch was, the catch was that they were not letting showing. That was they were trying to hide was they were comparing the best property of Gurgaon with a property in a suburb area. Suburbs in US are like they are away from the city, somewhere around. Usually they are like 1 hour drive away from the city, and the connectivity and the social structure, infrastructure is not that great. It's a decent place, it's a nice place to live, but the connectivity, the benefit of being in the city are not there. So schools are away, colleges are away, places you work, offices, that those are not near, and the commute is there. So that's why they are comparatively cheap. So they were comparing that you can buy cheaper homes in US comparing something to Gurgaon Camellias. But like if you're comparing the best property of Gurgaon, you should be comparing one of the best properties of US, not US or New York or Manhattan or whatever it is. So the difference is like the property in Gurgaon is like 200 crores and the property in the developed city of US is like 1800 crores. So this is the difference between the prices. But what they were doing is playing with the data. That is what's going on everywhere. Everyone is playing with the data. So I come and give you another data. So Oregon is one of the states in US, and it has land in Calumet County, which is like somewhere 360 something kilometer away from the capital, which is Salmon or whatever it is, maybe pronouncing it wrong. Okay, so the prices in that Salmon city is like you're getting something around 4,000 square feet of built up area of home at around 800k. So like it's in dollars. I'll be now using all the money in dollars because it's of US. Okay, so that's around 800k, 800k dollars, and the price of the particular land, which is in Calumet County, which is like $625 per acre. And the deal is like you have to buy 160 acres. You cannot buy some chunk. So 160 acres with 625 is like $1 million. So now imagine the difference in the prices. So in the city, in the capital, in the heart of the city of the state, that is like 800k a house. It's a build up house, very small area. If you do the square meter to acre conversion, it's very small area, and that's 4,000 is built up area. It's the overall area might be 2,000 or somewhere 1,800 square feet only, right? So the prices are almost same, 800k with 1 million, very close, not a lot of difference. But the point is that 160 acres, ideally what should you do? You should buy that land or that house. That land is like 160 acres. That's a huge piece of land. Enormous. It's not huge, enormous piece of land. But the catch is that it is somewhere in the village. It's away from the village. There is no road connectivity. The only road you get is a dirt road, which is like path created just to, it's no connectivity. There is no road, no electricity, no water supply, no sanitary or, drainages or, where your flushes and all your toilet waste vents goes away. You don't have anything. The concept now that US use a lot of septic tank concept just because there is no drainage connectivity. So that Now in that area, the water supply is not there. There is a river flowing away from that project. That land is like 1 mile away, which was like 1.6 kilometers away. The river is there. You can get that water from that river, but you have to make that arrangement on your own. For electricity, there is no connectivity. No connection of electricity. So what you have to do is you have to arrange your own electricity, which can be through generators or going for a solar or a windmill and whatever it is, right? No sewage treatment, no sewage drainage. So you have to rely on septic tanks. Now, what is the use of that land? The land is generally used by people who are into breeding animals for either it's fruits, food, or either it's their byproduct, which is milk, or if going for cows or buffaloes, milk, and if you're going raising for hens, chickens, then the eggs. Either you raise them for that or the meat they provide. And you can have a lot of other kind of industry, like you can do little bit of cover some area of farming for vegetables or some kind of seasonal crops or whatever it is. So that's how people create that area. It is used by the people who are planning to own or operate a farm. So they have hundreds and thousands of cows or buffaloes or whatever it is, and they use that as a industry, not as something they want to live there, but they have to use that industry. And this is quite common in US. A lot of people are doing, because there is a concept of pickup trucks quite popular in US. That is one of the reasons pickup trucks are popular, is because they don't have road in these kind of areas. There is no connectivity, so you need something at some height to be accessible of these kind of area. So these are the things. These are issues which are not highlighted. If I want to sell this, if I want to sell the land, I'll always say the land is the best possible thing you can buy, and you are getting 160 acre compared to whatever 2000 square feet. That is also land. That is a built up house. That is also livable space. But you are getting 160 acres of land at almost the same price. So if I want to sell it to you, I'll obviously use this tactic. But you have to understand that land has no meaning. That land is dirt. It has no meaning, because you don't know what to do there. You cannot live there because you don't have anything. Basic infrastructure, basic needs are not there. No electricity, no water, no drainage. How are you gonna supposed to live there? If you are creating your own industry there, then you can always get those things. It will make sense to you. But 160 acres doesn't make any sense. And I'm giving you the example of US is because that's one of the developed countries in this world. And there also the prices in cities are quite high compared to the prices in the villages. So the reason is, for more insight, there is a city away from that Calumet County, is Medford, which is around 150 kilometers away. That's not a lot, but the prices in that is also the same. For 4,000 square feet of built up house area land, you're gonna pay around 500 to 600k. But if you go just 150 kilometers away, you're getting 160 acres at or if you see 80 acres in 500 600k, like if you think about that, right? So that's the comparison. What I'm trying to make is, land won't make any sense if there is no economic story with it. Land generally is useless because land is dirt. The harder thing is not to create land. People say land is finite. Yes, but what is more finite, what is more scarce is economic activity. You cannot create economic activity in any part, anywhere you want. Even the US people cannot create that. They need a lot of structure, a lot of help, a lot of resource, a lot of money to create activity. US is one of the developed nations. So if it's hard for them, if it's definitely gonna be hard for India. People cannot create land. People cannot buy land and create economic activity around it. That is one of the hardest thing till date, and it won't make sense to buy land anywhere in this entire world. I'll give you an example of Gurgaon. What is happening? The prices in Gurgaon are quite high now. The inventory is extremely, dirt. the number of inventory is extremely low. Barely you have any inventory, and if anything new is coming, nothing is coming below 5 cr. Everything is like 5 cr and above. So getting something in 2 or 3 cr, that's a lucky deal, right? So the Gurgaon has seen extreme run up in real estate prices, and now the debate is like the bubble, it's going to crash or whatever it is. I don't think it's going to crash, but let's not get into that debate. And I want to say that people who cannot afford that 5 cr to 3 cr 4 cr house are in desperate need of buying something, because everybody needs their house. Now what is happening, people are selling them stories of some area away, like little away from Gurgaon, and saying this is gonna be the new thing. I guess it was Nagaon or something, but that's how they're promoting it, and saying it's gonna be the new thing, and you can buy this amount of land and this and that, and infinite stories are going on. But the point I'm trying to make with the example of US case study, I've like the conclusion I'm making is that in US that land doesn't hold that much value. How can you think in India, which has not seen that kind of development in the top tier cities, our cities are still struggling with a lot of basic infrastructure? No matter which city you go, there will be some crisis. Either it's air, either it's water. Traffic is almost in every cities. They are still struggling with these kind of infrastructure issues, and people are selling and pushing something like this new thing, and you can buy land there. Don't fall for the land trap. Buying land anywhere in this world won't make sense for you, because there will be no economic activity in that area, and appreciation won't be there because there is no demand. If nobody wants to go there, why will anyone increase the prices? Why will people will be paying a premium for something which is not desired by anyone? So whenever you are thinking of buying a land, be very cautious where you're buying. Land shouldn't be way too away from the city. It should be around, like, suburbs will still work. It will give you some value. So buying some land, like what in terms of India I can say is like 60 or 70 kilometers away from the city, will have some sort of value to it, but it's still not be good deal. Instead, having a flat near the city center generally center has seen the appreciation, not the center. I mean, somewhere like 15 to 30 kilometers away from the center, that will still be a better deal. Either it's a flat only, and if you are so desperate of buying land, then you can go for like 50 kilometers away or 40 to 60 kilometers away from that city center and get that land if it's available and it's in your budget. And if you're planning to go hundreds and 150 or 200 kilometers away just because you can get that land, just because you can have that satisfaction of owning land, it won't be good. It won't give you the appreciation, and the chances of being occupied illegally will be extremely high. So this is it for this video. I hope you get a fresh perspective of a much more explanation why land might not be the best possible thing. I hope it clears your doubts and paints a clearer picture in your head about property and real estate. I hope you like this video. If you are liking all the videos I posted, do check them out also, and please like and share your thoughts in the comment, and subscribe this channel for more informative videos. A small announcement: I'll be hosting a webinar, a 2-hour workshop also, where I'll be covering how you can rent your property, especially in the top tier cities, which is 7 cities which I have already covered, in the ideal way to get the maximum amount of money out of your particular home. So I'll be later in this month I'll be launching a workshop. It will be a paid workshop. You can enroll into it. If you are interested, you can comment in the section. I'll share you the details. I'll be giving you all the tricks how you can do this. So I'll be covering 3 possible applied tricks which people have used already to get a premium of rental. Mental models also, how marketing can be used, how a lot of people are already using, and how can you use that marketing skills to portray your picture or your house clearer, faster. That's how I'm gonna be teaching you. So thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.